Hello friends, this is fourth lecture of our fluid mechanics. I welcomes you all to my new channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. So in previous lecture we have discussed some types of manometer, and remaining types of manometer we are going to discuss today's lecture. Okay, so first manometer for today's lecture is micromanometer. This is the diagram of micromanometer. So in this, what is the case? If we are going to measure pressure of A, then that pressure we are going to measure with respect to pressure of B. Okay, means you can assume if pressure of A is pressure of B is having some known value, say 50 kPa or 50 bar. Okay, so according to that we are going to measure value of A, and in this we are using near about four fluids. First fluid is fluid between pipe A, second is fluid between pipe B, third fluid will be at the bottom of these two tanks, and fourth fluid is at the bottom of this U tube. Okay, this is the whole construction of micromanometer, and I don't think that the numerical will come from micromanometer. That's why I am not going to give you the derivation of micromanometer, how the formula comes, because this consists of four fluids. So you have to consider four densities. According to that, you have to calculate all the parameters. So only remember the name and the diagram. Okay. Then differential manometer. Differential manometer, in this case also same thing will happen. The pipe A and pipe B will be there, and we are going to measure the pressure difference according to that. So I will draw a figure. This is A, again there are two cases, that the pipe A and pipe B located at same location, and another is pipe A and pipe B located at different location. Okay, I am drawing here pipes located at same location. You can draw for different location also. Okay, here will be fluid 1, here will be fluid 2, and here will be fluid 3. So this is the XX section, and say pressure of A is higher than pressure of B. So this A fluid will come up to this point. From that, this will be the fluid 3 that will go to this side, and from this is of fluid B. Okay, so what will be the equation? The same case we have to refer here also, that at the XX section we have to consider two arms of this U tube. So pressure of A plus this height x1, we can say this height h, and this height x2. So PA plus rho1 g x1. So it will be the pressure at this XX section, which is equal to PB plus rho2 g x2, sorry, rho2 g x2 plus rho3 g h. This will be the total formula of this manometer, that is differential differential manometer. Okay, so note it down and also draw figure also. And if there is the case that both pipes are not located at the same location, then also formula remains same, because we are not going to consider here datum head, we are only considering pressure head, so pressure head will not differ. Okay, so next differential manometer is inverted U-tube differential manometer. Means this U-tube will be inverted section likewise. So if that the case, so it is called as inverted U-tube differential manometer. Okay, so in this what happens, this is point A, this is point B, and if this is the section, then if this A is having more pressure as compared to B, so this fluid will pass up to this point. Okay, so what will happen, ultimately the fluid which is present here, okay, this is fluid 3, so which will go near about up to this, and here is the fluid number 2. So what are the parameters again, this is H, X1, X2, same thing will be there, only the manometer have changed their orientation from U-tube manometer to inverted U-tube. Another parameters are same. You can take a look on diagram also, and you can imagine from that diagram that formula will not change. Okay, and the fluid which is present here in number of manometers, that will be probably Hg, and what's the plus point of Hg, that is 13600, that is density. You can take example of air have density 1.2 kg per meter cube, water have density 1000 kg per meter cube, but what about Hg, that is mercury have density of 13600 kg per meter cube, so too much high density, and that's why we consider or we take Hg for measuring pressure in number of pressure devices. And in previous lecture I have given you idea about burden type pressure gauge, that is mechanical pressure gauge also. Okay, so next topic, total pressure. Okay, total pressure is nothing but force exerted by static fluid on the surface in contact with fluid, and it is always perpendicular, means if there is one cube, okay, total pressure is nothing but the force exerted by static, means this the fluid inside this will be at static condition, means that fluid will not have any motion, so that is only stored into that cube, so that fluid molecule will possess some force to the walls of this container, and that force will be perpendicular to that wall. Okay, this is the concept. And then we will move towards center of pressure. Center of pressure, the point at which total pressure is supposed to be act, means okay, see this is one rectangle, okay, and no, I think I will give you example of cylinder. There is one cylinder likewise, and all the pressure will exert to all the walls. Okay, so can we assume that any point like center of gravity, what the center of gravity is, that all the mass will be concentrated on that point? Likewise, we assumes that the point at which all the pressure force will be acted, like that point is nothing but center of pressure. Okay, and these are the all points I have considered for today's lecture. I have some bonus points also about center of pressure. So values of uh, center of pressure at for different sections. Okay, if there is one rectangle, then center of pressure will be at 2h by 3. Means there is one rectangle, so this is height. So 2h by 3 will be the location of that point at which the center of pressure, we can say, all the total pressure is acted. Then triangle with base on free surface. Okay, what the case, that triangle is there but the base on free surface, means there is one fluid. Okay, this is bottom surface and this is tank and there is fluid and the triangle is likewise. Okay, if you are not getting, then I will give you. The base on free surface of that fluid. So in this case, what will be the center of pressure? H by 2. Okay, next case is also for triangle, and triangle is vertex on free surface, means only reverse way how to do that, fluid is there and vertex, this point is known as vertex on free surface. So in that case the formula is 3h by 4. Okay, and for circle now, for circle that will be 5 times d by 8. And for semicircle, okay, semicircle with diameter on free surface, likewise diameter on free surface. So for that the formula is 3 pi d by 32. Okay, these are the some formulas that I was thinking that question may come, that's why I have given you in bonus point all the formulas for center of pressure. Okay, so note it down. So all the lecture of all the content for today's lecture that is covered. Next lecture I will come with buoyancy, Archimedes principle and that part, that flotation and that concept. But before that, like, share and subscribe my channel. And अगर आपको कोई क्यूरी है तो आप मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में पूछ सकते हैं. एंड इफ़ यू हैव एनी सजेशन also, then also you can put me in my comment box. Thank you.